What comes first will follow. An audio roleplay by Tete and Fortunus Games. Episode 7 At the Hospital, Part 2. Ardalion. Very interesting. So you are a Polkovnik as well. Where were you stationed previously? You're not from Moscow, are you?
Andrei. Novokshonov Andrei Danilovich, 952019, 11th rank K, Novosibirsk Oblast 3rd, farthest from here in this big golden city of the north.
Ardalion. I see. It's nice to make your acquaintance, Andrei Danilovich. So how are you enjoying Moscow so far? Other than the hospital stuff, I mean. There's quite a number of things to do here. I suggest you take some time off to enjoy yourself if you get the chance to. Ardalion's eyes sparkle as he remembers some of the exciting trysts he's had with the local women.
Andrei, one eye cracks open in suspicion over Ardalion's friendliness. Here, Andrei assumes Northerners were frigid like their local clime. This fellow strikes suspicion in Andrei's experience. Aren't we a friendly sort? Your city's big, that's for sure, but I'd sooner get back to my dear old Novoshka Kazakh. Besides, I met someone who will be living here, probably won't find them or see them again. And I think I saw someone here I don't want to see. So there, growls softly in his throat.
Ardalion. Oh, who would that be? He gives a sly smile. Someone pissed you off, huh? A woman? There's a woman in my past I don't really want to see again, either. At least that's what I'd like to tell myself. His voice trails off thoughtfully.
Andrei, temper simmers at this jackdaw's continual palaver. Ah, piss off. Devil take you. Growls, quietly hoping that Ardalion shuts his gob. Given the impression you give, I pity any soft, sweet soul that ever comes across your path. Even I, a hard lump of iron, pity meeting you here, huh?
Ardalion. You're certainly a blunt fellow, Andrei Danilovich. No, you need not worry. The women who come to me are not soft, sweet souls. I'm not into those types of women anyways. You're right. Those soft, sweet, virginal types wouldn't want anything to do with me. I'm too belligerently antagonistic, nihilistic, and exceedingly libidinous and vulgar for them. Well, that's what they'd probably say about a fellow like me, someone who enjoys all the good things that the world has to offer. Are you a connoisseur of all things good on this earth too, Andrei Danilovich? He watches Andrei's face to see whether his words have provoked him. He was aiming to get a certain response out of this grumpy man. Ardalion can already sense that, for whatever reason, Andrei dislikes him and finds him irritating. Ardalion is enjoying this immensely. He has always fancied himself a provocateur.
Andrei, what are you? An officer or a walking dictionary? You talk too much. Maybe you're one of those officers who talk their rank. To himself under his breath, shit, God hates me to stick me with this. To Ardalion again. So you're just an old wolf of another breed then. So you're that kind of wolf, while I'm just the one on the step. Depends what good things are. Do you think men like us would know what good is? Depends what you've done. Sometimes you do enough and you don't know what the hell is what is anymore.
Ardalion. Men like us, Andrei Danilovich? I'd like for you to unpack what that means. Men like us. He has a mischievous look on his face, as if he wants Andrei to get even madder. Go ahead. Tell me. This may reveal more about you than about me.
Andrei. God, did I just ask for this shit? Had a bullet dug out of me, and here's a goddamn inquiry by some jackdaw like you. Piss off. Hell, you expect to answer that, even know that? You know what we are, at least I know what I am. Hell, I bet you're an officer, all right, of an office. Keep talking and I'll reveal something. I'll teach you something. I'll teach you how to fly.
Ardalion. Ha! Oh, it seems like my words have pricked you, have they not? Teach me how to fly? How are you going to do that in the state you're in, pray tell? So, tell me, what are we? Or rather, what are you?
Andrei proms himself up in a swift, furious motion, prompting a momentary absence of care for his new wound. Then a sharp stab. Damn it, shut your mouth. Is this a new treatment? Talk a man to death. It's working. Maybe I'll die first, and then you can revive me, and then I'm well. The devil take you. I don't need to tell you what I am, and you sure as hell know who you are.
Ardalion is getting the entertainment he so desired. You're someone who is too easily provoked, Andrei Danilovich. I haven't said anything out of the ordinary. You're speaking as if I've insulted your wife or something.
Andrei, realizing his temper could land him in trouble, and tries to rein in his fury. Apparently, this officer is either a test or just a complete ass. My wife? If only a woman should be cursed with such a fate. I have none. No. Settles back into his pillows and turns his head to the other side, facing the dulling light of the window, avoiding Ardalion's gaze entirely. His broad shoulders turn, as if acting like an extra shield from words and glances, a tactic he's relied on for years. No, Arashka, it's more complex what I am, what many men like me are like. Just let it go. There's too much.
Ardalion realizes that he's touched a real nerve this time and sighs. I agree. Some things are just better off left undiscussed. I apologize for that. The provocateur in me got the best of me. Well, as a parting note, before I shut my mouth for good and leave you in peace, I'm just going to add that being married is not a bed of roses. My missus, for instance, is truly a terrible woman. Every time I go home, there's nothing to discuss. We only exchange cold, judgmental glances once in a while and pretend that we aren't living together. His voice trails off as he sighs again. The only reason we're together is because of our son, Mityusha. He's really the only good thing that came out of this marriage. Drawn, there was a woman I guess you could say I loved. Maybe if I had married her instead of Sanka, marriage would have been marginally more enjoyable. But that's life for you, I guess. We all get screwed in one way or another. Marriage is just like religion, really. Just another restrictive, constrictive relic of the past. We should do away with it sometime. He gives Andrei a thoughtful look and then looks away. Anyways, I won't bother you anymore. You're a man of few words, and I'm a man of too many words. Oil and water don't mix, clearly. I'll leave you to your thoughts.
Andrei gulps hard as though to crush down memories and thoughts of a significant in his past, a woman he had desired nothing more than to marry and care for. He lived with her too long, knew her too well. That marriage would be as Ardalion's description. Andrei's thoughts flow into a channel. He thinks of Katya, her gentle manner, her bright green clear eyes. He knows well, like the first one, he will not see her either again. Then you'll just have to eat your own sorrows then, brother. I've lost twice, and I don't mean on the field. The city's very big. I doubt I'll see that girl with the bright green eyes. She's like a lovely small loon. Sighs and stares blankly onto the dull sunset, becoming numb and hoping an ache of sleep overtakes him soon. His eyes burn with a strain of something like tears.